Good evening. In the news for tonight. His Majesty King Abdullah meets UK officials in London to discuss Gaza ceasefire, humanitarian aid and advancing peace efforts. Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi meets UK counterpart David Lammy to follow up on His Majesty the King's talks with British leadership. And Israeli strikes on Gaza have killed nearly 100 Palestinians and left 304 others injured in the past 24 hours. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty King Abdullah met with current and former UK officials as well as members of the British Parliament during his visit to London. The meeting focused on developments in Gaza, with His Majesty stressing the urgent need to halt the war and ensure sufficient humanitarian aid reaches civilians. The King highlighted the importance of the United Kingdom's role in advancing regional stability and creating a political horizon for peace based on the two-state solution. The discussion also covered conditions in the West Bank, Jerusalem, and Syria. Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi held talks in London with British Foreign Secretary David Lammy. The meeting followed up on the outcomes of His Majesty the King's meeting with Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, focusing on continued coordination and regional developments. The Jordanian campaign in Gaza, in cooperation with the Hashemite charity organization, has carried out the Eid Sacrifice Project. As part of its ongoing relief efforts, meat from locally sourced livestock was distributed to families in northern Gaza, Deir el-Balah and Khan Yunis. In a separate gesture, Eid cookies were also distributed to over 100 families to bring warmth and festivity to homes affected by the war. Field teams confirmed the aid was distributed fairly and directly to those most in need. Over to Gaza, where Israeli strikes have killed nearly 100 Palestinians and left 304 others injured in the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, an Israeli airstrike on a residential building in Al-Sabra neighborhood killed more than 15 Palestinians, including 6 children, and injured over 50 others. Civil defense crews said the home was hit with 2 missiles, setting fire to nearby vehicles and severely hampering rescue efforts. The Gaza Health Ministry warned that the death toll could rise above 30. The overall death toll since October 2023 has now reached nearly 54,800, with more than 125,800 others injured. In related news, the United States is considering allocating $500 million to a new humanitarian organization working in Gaza. According to 2 informed sources, the funding would be managed through U.S. aid, which is currently being integrated into the State Department. The proposal has met some internal opposition amid recent security concerns at aid distribution sites. Ukraine has denied allegations from Russia that it postponed planned prisoner exchange. Kyiv's response followed overnight Russian missile and drone attacks on Kharkiv that killed 3 and injured 22. Ukrainian officials accused Russia of playing dirty games and urged a return to constructive dialogue. Russian authorities also reported Ukrainian drone attacks on Moscow's outskirts, injuring 2 and briefly disrupting airport operations. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that new trade talks between the U.S. and China will take place in London next Monday. The announcement follows a phone call between U.S. President Trump and Chinese President Jinping. The U.S. delegation will include top finance and trade officials. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching. Adha Mubarak.